Got something for you too.
Party people, you know what it is, man. It's about that time. Oh Lord, look at him. Look at him. Oh Lord, he done broke out. Is that a red wine?
Oh, red.
That's
No
a
Pinot
red
Noir.
wine. Okay, it's a
That's what the day
Pinot.
gonna be, Mace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all see
Hey,
who I got with me, man. Young Melvin Peaks. He getting in mine right over there. Hey man,
you was at my spot the other day. I
oh
saw you.
that's your spot.
I go there every now and then, not all the
Okay,
time. This year.
yeah. My so one of my guys who work out with me, shout out to DJ Dutch. He spins there every Sunday.
Okay.
So we had they had a birthday celebration for Kelly Wright, my classmate. So you know, I had to follow through that, but that's usually like one of the spots that the big ballers, our workout group. That's one of the spots that they hang out at. So man, you know,
Yeah,
got in
it's up
there,
the road from.
got in there, and you know, like I say it's always love in there. I
Yeah.
always love. I even smoke me a stogie. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you. Hey.
I'm not, you know, I'm not a professional in that thing like y'all. But I
Yeah.
mean, you know, I know how to kick it. I know how to kick it.
Everything in moderation, dog. Everything in
Yeah,
moderation.
yeah. I notice how people come in, people carrying the humidors, people got like, man, y'all cigar aficionados.
No.
Yeah, y'all tough. Shout out that I got Marlon Malcolm in the building.
What's up, Marley?
Yes, sir. So you know, where we got to start.
Yes.
That broom you was talking about, you can put that up.
I kind of need to clear myself up
Hold
real
on,
quick.
we gonna let you clear it up. We're gonna let you clear it up. Go ahead and
Yeah.
clear it up, Pete, before we start breaking it down. Go on and clear it up.
So I'm gonna clear it up real quick. And I need to shout out to my boy Gene Washington and
Yeah,
Terry Miller.
yeah.
Cause they tried to clown me like, what are he talking about? Now see, make sure they tune in to the show. What I said was I felt like the Suns would win game 3. That was what I was feeling. And that
Uh,
would have been put them up 3-0. So then I felt like, dang, they get up 3-0 with the companies and beat them at home. Then we might bring out the broom. Now, preliminary, I did say that I think the Bucks gonna get a game. I did say that, but I just thought they pulled that 3 out based on this momentum and this ride. This way we're gonna be.
yeah,
So they just hopped on you.
yeah. Well, I mean, but see, so
Do it.
this is one of the first lessons that you get when you do this thing. See, this is the thing.
Yeah.
We always talk about receipts. We always talk about see when you have stuff that's documented, people can go back.
Yes.
That's what they get you on. So I mean,
Okay.
you have to be cognizant of that. I mean, listen, I said I said one of the wildest things on air about 4 years ago, and
Yeah.
I had to eat them words some fierce. I said I just put it out. I said LeBron James would never ever win a championship again. I said that when he went back to Cleveland. I said, "Oh my God, he would never win a
Oh Lord.
championship." So I mean, I'm still getting beat up about that. So have to be careful when you put stuff in the atmosphere because people will. Hey, they like to hang on to your words when you have a platform
Yes.
and people are people listen. People listen. You'll be surprised who listen. You'll be surprised who throw that stuff back up in your face. Hey, it is what it is, man. So
It's all good. They gonna clown me. They gonna clown me. I'm just gonna tell them, y'all sit back and enjoy the ride. How about that? I'm a color analyst.
So let's get into it, man.
Let go.
Game 3 kind of went the way I thought it was gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of energy at home for Milwaukee. Drew Holiday showed up. Chris Middleton
Yeah.
hit some timely shots. They had 5 guys in double figures. We hadn't seen much of Bobby Portis in the first 2
Mm.
games. He was able to come in and contribute heavily. If you look at from the Phoenix point of view, Devin Booker, 10
Ugh.
points.
Yeah.
10 points.
I know. I know.
Ew.
That is kind of ugly. But see, I think that was part of why some people out here still hesitating on giving Booker the nod right now because of that type of thing. And I think I had said that last time, and I wasn't trying to say he was Jordan or nothing like that. I said in a losing effort, Jordan was very consistent. So let's just say they lost this game, but he still got what 29, 30. But he didn't do that. He got, like you said, 10. Ugh.
Yeah.
So he still got a little work to do, but we like the direction that he trended in. He's still a dog, still my guy. I like Booker, but yeah, it was tough. It was tough yesterday, man. Them boys played that paint, and then you got to be honest, the shots was falling.
Oh, without a doubt.
And they were getting them boys that they weren't doing over there in Phoenix. They weren't getting them 50-50 balls.
Yeah, I got the stats pulled up real quick. Chris Middleton showed up. He had 18. But Drew Holiday, a huge 21-point night for him. He really hit like 4 threes in a row right there. That kind of really spread that lead out for those guys. Of course, Giannis was doing Giannis things. He had 41.
He was being very Giannis.
Yes. Brook Lopez had 11, and then Bobby Portis had 11. So again, they got balanced scoring at home. And listen, they flat out just from the word go, you could tell the energy was gonna be high.
Yeah.
The thing I was guarded about, I was like, okay, of course they're gonna play great when they start out. Can Phoenix survive that initial punch? Can they make a run of their own, which they kind of did? But as
they did.
But as the game kept going, hey, Book couldn't get shots to fall. You got Chris Paul kind of, and Marlon, big point right there. And I posted this during the game. Once Aiden got that third foul in the before half, and then once he got that fourth in the middle of the third quarter, so he had to sit, and that's when the lead really like everything Milwaukee did was in the paint outside of Drew Holiday hitting those big threes. So great effort from Milwaukee.
No doubt.
Game that they had to win that game.
Giannis played very well. Like you said, he did what Giannis was gonna do. The dude is a beast in that paint, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't like him taking them threes like he be doing. But if he gets in that paint, dog, the boy is long. He athletic. I just like, boy. And guess what they did? Guess what they did too? They played good together. Because remember I had said they may play good when Giannis is on the bench because they ain't got that harmony. Well, they had harmony. They had harmony the other night.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. They moved the ball well. They actually, it was a stretch where they set Giannis out. They actually played a little faster without Giannis. So I mean, this was one of those games where, again, they really needed this game, and they dug in. I was like, hey, this is a game that they needed to win. You look at Chris Paul. Chris Paul wasn't really that bully that he kind of usually is. When they play, he couldn't get none of those like flopping calls that he get. Shout out to Uncle Willie Knight Jr. Willie Knight always talking about, man, the refs. The reffing, it's potato with the ref. It was heavy Phoenix when they was in Phoenix. Now they're in Milwaukee, and the refs like, let's make this thing interesting.
Hey, I want to comment about when you said they moved a little bit faster when the big man went in there, when Giannis went in there. Well, see, what I think is when Giannis in there, it's Giannis. Giannis is the man.
No doubt.
So you play kind of according to what he is doing and what the coach say feed through me. When he's out of there, them boys are free. It ain't because they all kind of I ain't gonna say nobody's one superstar up over the other one. I think they just play better as a group team and don't have to wait on nobody to try to run it or get hot. All of them just in it. But if they can play like they did the other night, it's gonna be this game made it look like it could be interesting how dominant they came out at home. And they got 3 games at home, so they got 2 more games at home before it moved back to Phoenix. Yeah. So it's shaping up to get interesting based on the way they play. I'm still on the Suns. Yeah. So I ain't wavering. I ain't wavering no way about that. I'm still on the Suns. I may even tell you if you're gonna have me to pick this, I'm probably gonna pick the Suns again.
I mean, listen. I
I'm
think
just telling you.
I think the Suns, because I mean, clearly right now, home teams are holding court right now, so it's going to be more games in Phoenix than in Milwaukee. Thank God for home court advantage. Which team can steal a game on the other team's floor will determine. I mean, if you ask me what Phoenix will have to do for game 4, one of the things I would say is Mikal Bridges, who was excellent in game 3 or in game 2, only 4 points in game 3. He was terrible. Terrible. So, I mean, when you have you need your stars gonna be stars.
Yes, sir.
Except Book in game 3. He wasn't no star.
What you think? What you think? Yeah, what you think about the strategy about Book? I was about to say that the fourth quarter they said Book down.
Well,
what you think about that? Because I'm thinking it's a strategy, or did you think he would discipline them in a coaching way?
No, I looked at it like this. Hey, this game out of hand. Let's get the young fellas some rest. Ain't no
the
need.
Whole fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, no, he didn't have it.
Okay. I know, but
he didn't have it. Again, why have him out there in a game like, look, we clearly gonna lose, and something happened to him. Somebody step on his ankle. Somebody hit him in the face again, and force him to put back on that mask. I think they just kind of did it to protect him.
Okay, I see that, but sometimes if you so Chris Paul is clearly the leader of the team. We got it.
Without a doubt.
But Book is the next man in arms, right? Do you agree with that? Do when they pass the torch, do you pass it to Book? Do CP say, "All right, Book, this your time. I'm about to walk off in the sunset." Who got that?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of him and Aiden. Of course, Book gonna have the ball more. So yeah, you have the Book, but listen,
I'm with you.
What Aiden brings to the table, I mean, it's a great
Kobe Shaq.
Nah. Slow down.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm not. No, see, when I say that, I ain't saying that to put them two on those two guys' level. I'm talking about the team, the how they play together. Is they gonna be like that? Like, I'm gonna run this thing and I'm gonna dump it down to you. It's gonna be me and your show. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, I see what you're saying. I just don't like using guys because when we use names, people immediately say, "Oh no, they ain't gonna be Kobe." Right. Like right now, everybody knows that Kobe was kind of like Booker's, Book trained with Kobe a lot.
Yes,
that don't mean Booker the next Kobe, and that's what everybody. Oh, he the next Kobe? No, it's not gonna be a next Kobe.
No,
it's not gonna be a next Kobe, but Book was able to spend quality time with Kobe. Now, Kobe can't just snatch his heart out of his chest and give it to Book. Book has to continue to work on his game. And again, I'm not one of the people that he the next Kobe because he worked out with Kobe. That ain't doing that to do with it. But that was see a lot of people. Oh man, Book got the mumble mentality. Like I hated that narrative all year. Like that. No, it's only one mumble mentality.
See, so what it is that do you think? So I do this. He does not have no mumble mentality. He is not Kobe. He's not none of that. But when you read that book and you really understand, and then the man trained with you and told you how he thinks, how relentless he is, how he stays up at night and do stuff that most people wouldn't normally do. A normal person wouldn't do what he do to be great. Do you think that can rub off on you and you hope to reach that type of level of excellence? Because Larry Fitzgerald, remember too what I was telling you about what Larry said was one of his most defining things to have him what he is, was able to see these superstars practice after practice and doing what it takes to be great. Do you think Booker has been around, soaked up enough, and can really be that guy? Now you say like no Kobe now, but be that, reach that.
Whew, I mean,
I said a lot now, but
for me, it's always like a wait and see approach. Let's let the guy develop. Like he's still he hadn't even grown into the NBA player that he's going to become. He's still learning.
What is he, 23?
Yeah, young fella. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, he's still figuring this thing out. And so when we talk about guys with like relentless work ethic, like, yeah, you worked out with Kobe. You talk to him, you can hit him up or whatever. But for me, the proof is in the like. I want to continue to see you develop. Like I say, I'm a development guy.
Okay.
As a former coach, as a all these things, I'm always like, let's let it play out, and then let's assess your career. Like I tell people this all the time about LeBron. People are not going to really appreciate LeBron's career until it's over.
I think that's true.
When his career is over and he's away from the game 2-3 years, then you're gonna be able to say, people are gonna be able to be like, whoa, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I think we get so caught up in guys because they're still playing, or we're seeing we saw them get there, and now we see the decline. And as we see the decline, we take shots at it. We jug at them.
Right.
And for Book still climbing. So I'm excited. I'm excited about where his career is going, because he hadn't peaked yet.
No, I don't think he nowhere from peaking.
Yeah. So I think that's always one of the tough parts. And again, social media, these talk radio, sports talk, what we do, the TV show you see in the morning, it's this or that, like you either like Jordan or you like LeBron, you either like Kobe or you it's like, nah, I can appreciate both. I can appreciate all of them.
Exactly.
But we've made it so combative because it's always this comparison with he the next this or he the next, like me. I never thought LeBron was the next Jordan. I always thought his skill set was similar to Magic because he's a complete, like, he sees the floor.
Okay.
I've always compared LeBron to Magic. I never compared him to Mike, because Mike was just a scorer and killer, and that's him and Kobe lane. Yeah. LeBron is methodical, and he think the game, he see the game, he can see the floor better than a lot of guys, and that's why I think like the Lakers should just make him full-time point guard.
Well, I watched the ESPN high school game. It was the first ESPN high school game televised with LeBron over there. Is that high school he was at? And I'm gonna be honest with you. When they was hyping him up and telling about what kind of player he was gonna be, I was want to see what the move was, because of course I did the same thing that most people did before, because I never knew who he was. I watched the game. I thought I was gonna try to see somebody trying to be like Jordan and show out because he on ESPN. The dude did not do that. The dude played basketball. He showed you that he was dominant. He passed the ball. He was passing the ball. He wasn't even trying to be this. I'm gonna show y'all that I'm Jordan in the next comment. He didn't do that. But you saw his athleticism. You saw he was like, oh, dang, this boy can go straight to the NBA. You saw that. That was evident. Yeah. But the boy passed the ball. And so I didn't get caught up in the hype. That's why I'm really a LeBron James fan, because of me seeing that game on myself live on ESPN when it was televised. I watched it. I always talk about that, because that's why I'm a fan.
Man, it's more than one way to skin a cat, baby. More than one way to skin a cat. So again, we were talking about this heading to game 4. Giannis gonna be Giannis. I believe that. Will Book have 2 bad shooting nights in a row? I don't know. I just think the role playing guys are more comfortable at home. I think Milwaukee ties this thing up at 2-2. I think with Middleton, Holiday, all of those guys at the crib sleeping in their own bed. Marlon said something that the boys slept in their own bed.
Yeah, that was funny. He right though. Sometimes he like in your own bed.
Yeah, that energy. So I mean, I think Milwaukee ties it up on Wednesday night.
Well, I already started off the segment telling you that I'm probably gonna go with the Suns again. I said that. I got a couple of reasons. Not just saying that. I did see the dominant play very aggressive, kill them early so they don't have a fighting chance at home. I saw that. They had a chance, but then, like you say, when they said book and felt like it was over with, then that could have been a strategy. I didn't know if it was a discipline thing more so than it was a strategy. They say, look, hey guys, guess what? Let's take our time. Okay, you see what they're doing. Let's pay attention to what they're doing, and let's come back out here to when they playing them. When they playing them tomorrow?
They Wednesday, back Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, because I think I did hear them say got 2 days off, kind of 2 or 3 days off.
Yeah. They back in the saddle on Wednesday.
They're back in the saddle, so we got good rest. I'm gonna go with the Suns again. What's the spread?
I ain't looked at the spread yet. I dig it up before we end the show. You know.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm a Vegas guy. I want to talk about this NBA rumor.
Okay.
Word on the street, word in these NBA streets that the Golden State Warriors have had discussions about trading for Dame Lillard. So you want to see Lillard? You possibly could see Lillard, Clay, and Steph in a backcourt. What's your thought about them rumors? You like that rumor? Of course. Well, first of all, you don't like that rumor because you want Dame to go to LA.
Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead and help the people out. Help people out, man. Y'all appreciate it.
Yeah. You want Dame in LA.
Yeah, I want him in LA. But okay, so my real synopsis on that, I'm looking at how that's gonna look. You got a bunch of point guards on that team.
Very, very perimeter. Very perimeter. Yeah.
And I'm looking like that looks real funny to me. It's dangerous with the shooting percentages and what they bring to the table. All three of the people you named.
Yeah.
It looks real dangerous. But I don't know how that meshes. I'm looking at all of them. Clay can actually bring the ball down the court. We know that, right?
Yeah. Well, remember they didn't think it was gonna work with KD.
But KD looked like more of a big man. Like he looks more of a big man, even though he ain't no center. He looked like a big man. So I see him either trying to post up, hanging on the wing, or if he have to bring it down just because you want to set up a different type of look on offense, he can bring it up the court. But I think he's comfortable with not bringing it up the court. I think he's cool with still bringing it up the court.
Yeah.
And he get in position to either spot up or get down low because he try to have a little pole game because he's 7 foot. Hell, there's a fake hill to turn around jump. So I don't know. Steph and Dame bringing it down. I don't know. And then you said Clay on the court too.
Yeah,
that's 3. And then you got Draymond.
Well, Draymond will probably have to leave because you got to make the money work. So because if you bring in Dame,
Draymond got to leave.
You bring in Dame's salary. So you gotta one of them big money guys, and it'd probably be Draymond. They're not getting rid of Clay. They're not getting rid of Steph. But that team would play no defense. That would be a game. That would be a team I would not want to see. It's gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be a lot of 140 nights. They're gonna be losing 140 to 130 because they sure ain't gonna be playing no defense.
Because I'm gonna say you let Draymond go. Yeah, you ain't got no defense based on if you talking about the money. Yeah, man. I don't know. It just don't look appealing. I don't know if they're gonna go. Hey man, listen, Dame on Space Jam, man. I ain't talking about that. We finna go to LA, dog. We on Space. LeBron say get Dame in on Space Jam.
Dame ain't gonna be in Portland. They ain't gonna. They say everybody stop all the wishing. Dame will remain in Portland. I see him still being in Portland. Man, I don't know.
I got is faith and hope.
Yeah. I mean, y'all want everybody in LA. Y'all want everybody in LA.
Well, shoot, look at the net. Listen, when you look back on the Nets, man, and then when we saw Blake Griffin come out there looking like he done drunk out the fountain of youth, man, we said, what? Yeah. They got the whole they got all-stars in all 5 positions for the Knicks. And LeBron just asking for KD and another little somebody like Dame.
Well,
that's all he asking for. He said, I got the rest.
Neither one of them made it. Neither one of them made it. So neither one of them made it. We got 2 teams in these finals that are anti Super team. I hate that word, super team. I hate that word. I hate that word.
Yeah.
Big deal or no deal? Question for you. USA
Okay.
men's basketball team, they lost the exhibition game to Nigeria. Is that a big deal or no deal to you?
So I had to watch that thing. It initially when I said it's an exhibition game, I said it's a no deal. It ain't been no big deal to me. But then I started just sitting back looking at it. I don't know. I think some of these countries think we can be we're not indestructible like we used to be. I think
Well,
some of these other countries be trying to really try us and looking at what they saying and saying, hey, we're gonna play y'all. We're gonna play y'all today. And it's not
well,
gonna be no cakewalk.
well, those other teams today, they got NBA players. I mean, it's Bam Adebayo was on that team. It was 3 guys. It's 4 guys on that Nigeria team that play in the NBA. That's the difference in international basketball today versus when we had the first Dream Team and all that stuff. All these guys they have pros on the team now.
But yeah, but they got developed through us. So if they want to represent their country,
Right.
hey, I ain't got no quarrels about it. What you should do is say, even though you another country, we came over here and groomed you, but I'm the master.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You just what they call it, on Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I'm still the master now.
Yeah, well,
And that's what the NBA needs to be really doing. See, to me, you shouldn't have lost this exhibition game. You're supposed to kill a net with a sledgehammer. Ain't that Cole Hubbard?
yeah, that was it. Yeah, yeah.
And kill a net with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to really just go on and be real with it, whoever coach, we should have been like, we not gonna. I don't give a damn what it is. It's an exhibition, like Apollo Creed, right? It's an exhibition. It's an exhibition.
Rocky got that man murdered, man. Just threw that towel in. You don't be listening. You don't listen to the dude in the ring.
No. So anyway, the long story short, Mace, I think it's really, I'm leaning on no deal, but I don't want to see another maybe a loss like that. Don't take these people for granted. Okay, I know y'all NBA. Stop playing with folk. Just do what we need to do and get that gold medal.
I'm gonna say this. It was crazy because, like, again, Nigeria was a 29.5 point underdog in this game. So yes, it was from the Vegas perspective, it was an upset. I had fun with it because I'm sitting there like,
I'm shooting them threes like crazy.
Yeah, this crazy. But this one thing my dad always says: they need to implement the international rules into the NBA, which would cut down a lot of the craziness in the NBA. Because they just ref the games different. I mean, hey, a lot of stuff you get away with in the NBA, you can't get away with the international rules. Now, of course, they miss Devin Booker. They need another guy like Book to add scoring to the team. Yeah. I think this team kind of small too. When you look at
when you look at Nigeria,
yeah. Now when you look at the American, you look at what we got. You're like, man, that team lacking some stuff.
Man, them boys were playing Nigeria. Nigeria didn't care about it. It was an exhibition. They were playing. Did you see that block he did? You see that block got how KD got blocked?
Oh yeah.
I said, whoa, these folks ain't playing. This is an exhibition.
Now,
let
me ask you this, because this is one of the things we had a good laugh about. Just imagine the outrage that would have happened in this game if LeBron was on this team. If LeBron and they lost.
Ooh.
Imagine LeBron would have got killed out here.
Man, they'd have got killed. He'd have got killed.
And KD, I mean, y'all say that KD the best player on the planet, right?
That's what they say.
And I mean, he couldn't will the USA team to a victory.
No, he couldn't. He could, because I don't believe he's the best player on the planet.
I mean, I'm just.
It
was just funny. One of my guys, we talk about, I say, hey, whoo, I like, yeah, ain't much gonna be said about this loss, but boy,
Marlon, he got the
imagine.
smoke, Marlon.
I say, imagine if LeBron was on this team. Imagine what would be being said. Like, oh my God, they would just absolutely kill the OLBOL, LeBron James.
Hey, look, do you think in this new NBA climate we taking things for granted? We like back in the day when we were representing the United States of America, regardless of all the stuff that's going on, man, we want our country to win. Man, when we've got Jordan on there, Magic, but we finna beat the brakes off y'all. We want to go undefeated. We had that much bravado and swagger. Of course, we had the talent, but we didn't want nobody to beat us. We gonna beat everybody. We gonna get the goal. It was no questions asked. We didn't have. It's like now. It's like, well, we supposed to show up and we're gonna get the goal because we the United States. We in NBA. Yeah, and we got jury. Yeah, a car bigger than y'all. You feel me?
Yeah,
What you think? It's young folk.
Again, I think times have changed. I think about what Charles Barkley said about the last year he was on the when they had that next wave of stars on the Dream Team, and they basically brought Barkley in for just to be a veteran presence, and he talked about how the guys were bitching and moaning about playing time and all of these things. I just think the game is everything has such an AAU feel now that these guys, the way Magic them were they were just a different breed. Like this new generation is like I don't know if they truly understand what it means to be on the USA basketball team
and represent your country. I
just don't think they understand that. Yeah, I was just talking about that. How listen, the referee, the NBA guys are so used to they can look at somebody and not get a foul, or they can they can do a lot of extra stuff, and KD though, man, they ain't gonna call me for no foul. But you get the quick whistle in the international game, so I think they do have to make that adjustment. But again, it's so different now. These guys are they brands, and they worried about it's just so much stuff it's so much stuff they worried about now versus when the original Dream Team played. So, and again,
that's what I'm afraid of.
The international teams are much better. There's more development, and again, it's more NBA guys on these teams now. Guys are going to play for their country, so
we're gonna. I think we agree that we're gonna kind of gloss over that one exhibition game. It came down. I saw the whole thing. It came down to a missed free throw by old boy, because if he'd hit both of them buckets, we could have had a one possession game with a couple of seconds left on the clock. He missed both of them, so they were down by 3. And then old boy went on the other end, and he missed his shots, but it was too late. It was only about 0.3 seconds on the clock, so it ain't gonna be no big deal. But I think both me and you both, and everybody on the team they're chiming in. Quit playing with these folk now. This is serious. We trying to get a gold medal to represent the United States of America. You need to take this serious. Quit playing with these boys. These boys think they can beat you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I don't think we got the best squad, but I think a lot of guys too. These last 2 seasons been so long and trying. Guys really want to get some rest. So I think a lot of guys decline. They're like, man.
See, that's another thing too. You got to. I ain't gonna go there. I mean, why myself?
Let's transition to the good old NFL. If you get a chance, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but if you get a chance, one of my favorite podcasts, laugh around and joke with, $1 million worth of game. Wallow and Gilly the Kid. Okay. They had Jalen Ramsey on the pod last week. Very, very entertaining. Jalen Ramsey is a character.
He character.
He is a character without a doubt. He dropped a lot of gems in this thing. One of the many questions they asked him, who were the 3 toughest receivers that he has to cover. So he was like, okay, so his top 3, he say D-Hop, OBJ, and Julio.
Yes.
He say those are the 3 toughest receivers for him to cover. He talked about how D-Hop does it all. He said D-Hop just not only strong, fast, and he said, you look at the history of D-Hop, before he got Deshaun Watson, he had 50 million quarterbacks, but he still put up the same numbers all the time. He said with OBJ, he said real twitchy. He said, he's fast twitch guy, run great routes, catch everything. Again, I tell people all the time, if you never seen Odell Beckham hands, dude got like gorilla hands, man. The dude hands are like I just don't understand it. I don't understand where he got. I always go back and look at the picture of that catch that made him famous. Caught the ball with basically 3 fingers. He had 2 fingers and a thumb on the ball. That's how he caught the football. It was crazy. And then he said Julio is just the ultimate. He's big, fast, strong. And he Julio. If Julio want to get to a spot, Julio gonna get to a spot. But
he said not say nothing.
He said all that to say this though. Jalen Ramsey say he is the best corner in football. Do you think that Jalen Ramsey is the best corner in football? Is it another corner you think heading into 2021 is better than Jalen Ramsey on that corner?
Ooh. I'm giving the nod to old Jalen right now. I think Jalen doing that thing. I mean, I think his bravado and swagger and then he talk, getting in little controversial spats with some of these receivers, but then line up with the best. He traveling. You know what I'm saying? He ain't staying on one side of the field. He travels sometime. Well, I think that's the coach. Do you think that's him? That's him?
Now, when they play, I don't know, but I know when they played Green Bay that night, and and Devontae say, "Hey, you better come with me all night," and he was like, "Nah, that ain't what it's called for tonight. That ain't what the night called for." But listen, I think I saw a list where people like Xavier Howard down in Miami. A lot of people feel like he one of the top corners. Of course, if Stephon Gilmore can get back to form,
that's what I was thinking of.
Stephon Gilmore, even Jalen Ramsey was like, yeah, Gilmore, nice.
I like Gilmore too.
Yaya Alexander in Green Bay. A lot of people. I got to watch more of his game. I got to watch more of his game. A lot of people giving him love.
Stephon was the one I was trying to say when I was trying to tell you who I could compare or who I had up in there with him was Gilmore. But I still was gonna lean Jalen. Yeah, I just like his fireness. The dude ain't scared to me. I mean, you got that game you talking about that where they probably had him in Green Bay, but I believe if you tell him go check Adams. I ain't gonna hear him talking about, well, that ain't where I play. I play on the left side. He's going over there to check
without a doubt. Without a doubt. For me, for Jalen, it's just the swagger. Yes. Like he know when he step over there, yes. he know ain't nothing going over there. Try it you want to.
And he like to talk. He say I talk. I want to talk. I talk you out your game. It don't mess with me. He loves to talk. You can barely shut him up. If he having a good game or a bad game, he is talking. He say that.
Well, I
but that's good. That's confident.
I think you're a bad boy, man. I love watching him play, man. And seeing him in this interview, it was you got to really. I mean, he really took you inside, like his thought process. He told a great story about those crab legs that Jameis Winston supposedly stole. He was like, yeah, y'all got that all messed up. He was like, nah.
That's funny to me.
Yeah, it's very funny. But I mean, he laughed about it, but he was like, he tells a great story. So anybody, if y'all hadn't seen this interview, they did it from Jalen Ramsey's house. So it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious, man. Jalen is you see why that personality that he have on the field. He like it ain't no switch. He like that all the time.
Did he tell you about how his training? He ran with his dad and his brother at the house.
He talked about all that.
Yeah, I heard that in other interviews with him.
He talked about all that, man. So
he said, I'll be doing that.
Yeah, hey, listen, and when you see the crib, he ain't got to do nothing. And he talked about how important film work and you combine the film work with the work ethic and how that make his game even easy. Because he like, man, listen, I know. He broke down. He was like, listen, on 3rd and 9, I know what you're gonna do. And when y'all line up in this set, Lisa, it's called $1 million worth of game. Matter of fact, I will post the interview. I will tag y'all in it. But it's comedy, man. The dude, hey man, you see why, and he a likable guy.
Yeah,
he a likable guy.
He'll get your nerve.
Yeah. Oh, if he your teammate, you love him. But yeah, if he ain't your teammate, or like if you play receiver and you got to go over there, you probably like, man, this joker.
Here we go,
man. He getting on my nerve. We got to talk. We got talk Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
So, Barkevious Mingo. It's the linebacker who got in a little something over the weekend, and the Falcons released him. His lawyer Chris Lewis is disappointed that the Falcons rushed to judgment after those charges were announced. Lawyer went on a real rant. He looked like he went on a real rant, so he's like, hey,
be quiet, Lance.
He was like he did. He talked about how Mingo basically. They knew what was being said. He went all the way to Texas to turn himself in, and they said they're gonna be on top of it. Once all of the story comes out, he said y'all see that my guy will be exonerated, which is what his lawyer's supposed to say. You think the Falcons jumped the gun?
Well, no question. I mean, I don't agree with the allegation. All of it is alleged. We already know this society is you're already guilty before proven innocent. So we ain't gonna sit up here and sugarcoat that. The allegation, they ugly. If you read it, if anybody read it. But yeah, the Falcons rushed to judgment. We rushed to judgment. We didn't sit down and see everything. Now, one thing I do know about the NFL, and I think you told me this before, they know a lot of stuff. They know a lot of stuff about Hernandez back in Florida. And Hernandez, they knew a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff gets hush. There are a lot of people that know things and tell people. You got spies everywhere because it's about making that money before I draft you. And they know what you did when you were 5. So if any character behavior that kind of linked up, showed up, and maybe they already knew it, took a chance, the man did good for a couple of years, he ain't been in no trouble, but then saw something very similar to something that was scouted or heard back that we don't get to see or hear, maybe that would made them rush to judgment. But no doubt about it, they rushed to judgment on that boy. They did it. And that mean you already say he's guilty.
One thing about this particular, anytime it's something to do with kids, yeah. I mean, you're gonna have a serious problem. And listen, to me, I think they had to do it, especially when you got a new regime, you got everybody who kind of got a clean slate.
Yeah.
Again, we're getting close to training camp. These are not the type problems and issues you want to have. You don't want guys answering those kind of questions. You don't want that around. You just don't want that kind of energy around your team.
Lisa,
again,
I agree.
when we
Tell
talk,
Lisa I agree with her.
yeah, she hear you.
No, that's right.
when we talk like no, when we talk about kids,
Yeah.
you a girl dad, I'm a girl dad.
Yep.
Yeah, that don't fly at
So
all.
if you would have asked me, do I agree with them letting them go? Oh, hell yeah, I agree with them letting them go.
Yeah.
You just asked me, did they rush to judgment? Oh, absolutely they rushed. But did I agree to let them go? Yeah, I don't play that with the kid. You're right. And then in this climate,
No.
you can't be even nothing. You have to walk straight as you can.
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, if you'd ask me, should we? I'd say yeah. And I mean, yeah, I think we okay with letting them go. I looked at it, so what are you gonna bring to the table? Okay. But you in the locker room, and then we got to think that you, and then you know how folks do. You know how we do. You know how we do that. Now you could be innocent stuff, but we still look at you funny. I'm still looking at. Hey, look at it. Eye too close together. Yeah. See, we can't do that. Our community, the allegation like that.
We look at you sideways.
We look at you sideways.
Again, this is just situations you don't want to bring to training camp. You already got so much work to do, and it's kind of, even though these are two totally different situations. This is why I talked about like Deshaun, man. There's no way Deshaun gonna be around no NFL facility till they get clarity on this thing, man. The Shield don't believe in that. Like, you know, Shield, anything that's gonna disrupt the monies, you're gonna have people. I'm like, I ain't supporting that. It's just tough.
It's sensitive, and I gotta be careful. But I'm learning a lot of stuff you teach me. I do think the two situations a little kind of different in their own respects based on the severity. I think assaulting anyone is jacked up. Kids make it even more crucial and worse. And then especially kids are helpless a little bit. We feel like children are defenseless, can't talk a lot for themselves, or you can overrule them or overpower them. The ladies the same way in certain cases, but I know some of if you're an adult on an adult, then I say you got a little voice to be able to talk. So I think Deshaun, they ain't kicked him off the team yet. Now you say, well, Melvin, they can't kick him off the team. He got too much money, but I think they can do whatever they want to do. If you feel like he done sexually assaulted women, and it's true.
Well, again, they're gonna use the commission's exempt list for Deshaun, and they're gonna let Deshaun go sit over here, out of sight, out of mind, work out whatever you got to work out with that thing, and then we'll discuss it. But until y'all get that straight, we can't do nothing with you.
Yeah, tough, man. I pray for the young man that this ain't true.
No,
I pray, because I ain't trying to put you in jail already. I just pray that you ain't do none of this stuff that is alleged on you.
Yeah, truth always come out. Two quick things before we get out of here. I don't know if you're a fan of the Big Three, but the Big Three is back. My man Joe Johnson, who was the MVP of the Big Three last time they was out there. Joe Johnson back. Joe Johnson picked up where he left off, man. I'm still shocked Joe Johnson didn't make anybody's NBA squad, because the guy still has a skill set that can help somebody. So, you know, I don't know if you like the Big Three. You rock with the Big Three?
I watched it when it first came out, when it got hype. I wanted to see what Ice Cube was doing. I wanted to support the movement, so I watched it. I didn't stay all the way engaged, maybe like a lot of people did. I just kind of did the ESPN thing. But it's some changes. I think Cube done made some changes to it. Don't they say they got a 4-point spot now?
Yeah, they always had the 4 point.
They always had the 4-point spot. I thought they were making something farther away or something, but okay, that's fine. But he said he made some changes to it, and it may make it a little bit more exciting. I may tune in more. On it.
Check the Big Three out. Last story, sad story, as we get ready for the home run derby finna go off. I got to go see Shohei Ohtani put on the show, and he gonna be the starting pitcher for the All-Star game tomorrow for the American League, and he gonna bat lead off. Just want to throw that in there real quick. The Atlanta Braves, We lost our star, Ronald
Yeah.
Acuna. Man, how tough was that to see?
Oh man, that was devastating to see, man. I feel bad for the kid.
Yeah.
I swear I feel bad. That dude showed raw emotion, man. That dude balling, man. I understand. I felt him. What he brings to our team is electric.
Yeah.
You know, he brings that swagger like we talked about Saturday. Saturday. He brings that swagger, that electricity. He got bravado, and the dude is a straight up athlete.
A dog, man. He is a dog.
That's I'm hurting on that. How the Braves are gonna look and how we're gonna bounce from back there. I don't know. Because I'm looking at how we lost when we went to the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, even though the bats wasn't cracking like we want the bats cracking, I still want him in the lineup.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
I cried too, Lisa. I got a little emotion. You know, your boy got a little sensitivity and some real stuff.
That was tough. Last story for us. Your boy Conor McGregor. Off for injury. Yeah. He would get handled. Now I think if he didn't break his leg, clearly something wrong with his leg coming into that fight for his leg just to go on to do that.
It snapped crazy.
Hey.
That was it. But I think he was gonna get his butt beat. Buddy wasn't playing with him. Buddy wanted to beat him up.
He was laying hands on him. He was laying hands on him. The good thing for McGregor, he done made plenty of money. He claimed they gonna fight again. I'm like, dude, let it go,
man.
That
dude say he don't want nothing to do with it no more, man.
No, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
But see, Dana, what Dana gonna do? Dana still trying to make money. Dana trying to be the next Mayweather, he Don King or whatever he trying to do. Dana want that money.
Yeah,
you see Dana?
He better
he
find
be acting like he back, he be wanting that money.
He better find somebody else to latch on to, because this thing right here, done. That Conor McGregor chain, done. You better find him somebody else to hitch his wagon to.
You better drink your proper 12 and sit his ass down somewhere. Proper number 12.
Listen, everybody. Y'all know tomorrow, 3:00, me and Erica gonna take y'all around the Atlanta sports. We got some good stuff to talk about as Pete getting ready to light his stogie. I got to go watch the home run derby, but I am a home run derby fanatic. You know what I'm saying?
I might do that too.
Yeah. Check it
first.
Yeah. Check it out. You know, hey.
Yeah.
Everybody, y'all have a good one, man. Pete, go light up, man. I got to go watch this home run derby, man. I want to see Otani hit all. I don't want to miss nothing.
All right, then.
Everybody, we gone.
Peace.